What we're about to dive into is a little bit atypical of my usual realm. I tend to talk about family stuff, relationship stuff, etc. But I'll tell you how this does fall in my ballpark. This is some latest TikTok drama. You may have heard some of your other favorite commentator channels already discussing this latest beef between a couple of TikTokers. This kind of falls in my ballpark because, well, it's not partner shaming or anything like that. We have hairstylist shaming, but kind of more specifically, philanthropy shaming. As in, a couple of gentlemen, one in particular, goes out of his way for someone in help, and the consequences of this help are practically getting this guy canceled. We'll just jump right into it with what I would deem the inciting incident. We, the TikTok people, are referring to as like Hairgate, the latest hair scandal. It involves two TikTokers, particularly named Taylor Madison and Alfredo Lewis. So it all began one day when this girl, Taylor, decided that she was going to fry the ever living shit out of her hair. Honestly, it looks better in this angle than it even does by the time she gets to Alfredo. This girl is pretty popular on TikTok. I believe they each have about 1.5 million followers, so they're both pretty big names. This is not like Punching Down or a charity case. I think that they're both pretty up there. So this would be a fair collaboration. And so this well-known hairstylist decides to respond to her. So this is Alfredo Lewis stitching Taylor. The original video is no longer available. She did delete it.
Shave it all off at this point. It's so damaged.
Hey Taylor, first of all, I love your name. My name is Alfredo. I'm a hairstylist. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of people were tagging me in your video that you just posted a few hours ago. I'm really sorry that this happened to you. I understand how frustrating and just how devastating this can be for you with your hair. I saw your other video. I was really kind of doing a deep dive in your page. From what I see, you had black hair, you had blue hair, you lifted it out somewhat successfully. The first toner you did, your hair felt a little damaged, but it looked okay when you dried it. I think what happened is that washed out. Also, a lot of people were telling you to go darker, do extensions. I get it. It can get in your head on social media sometimes. For me, it looks like when you went back to tone it again is when the damage happened. And I think sometimes people don't realize. I would need to know more what you used. When hair's at that like breaking point, that line where you're going to cross into hair breakage, sometimes even a toner, like was it alkaline, acidic? Did you use 10 or 20 volume? It can actually just take the hair past its breaking point, especially if you're not using products like K18 that I love so much. I talk about it a lot on my page. I would love to help you and talk to you. I've been crazy. I just got done with a 3-day shoot. I'm about ready to go to Dubai for a week, but if
So he is looking into it. He's kind of assessed the situation to the best of his ability from, not even being there, just being hundreds of miles apart on TikTok. But the actual knowledge of hair, you don't have to have much knowledge of it. And I'll fill you in on the parts, as will Alfredo, obviously, that you actually need to know. The parts that you need to know so far is that this girl went from black to blue and now wants to be blonde. I'm sure some of you, most of you, many of you, at some point in your life started going through like the hair dye experimentation journey. Maybe you had your own at-home botched hair session. A lot of you at least have some familiarity to know that going from black to blue, now you want blonde. It's asking a lot. And what Alfredo goes on to say is, please, honey, let me take a closer look. Please come out. I will fly you out. I will cover the cost. I will have you put up and staying here so that we can take a look and try to fix your hair. It can be a lot. So to me, this is a pretty bold offer to say, I will not only fix it for you at no cost, but I will fly you out to do it. She accepts. She says apparently there have been a few different offers, but she accepts his, and this is how it goes.
Taylor's here. Oh my
god. So that, yeah, you can see how it looks like when it's all dry. whenever you go in, they try to take off the dead ends, the split ends, any pieces off the bottom or off the top, wherever you're getting hair cut that are kind of, you know, dead frayed. It's a lot like gardening, you know, you have to trim a little bit for it to grow back properly. She's not going to have like a whole lot of hair to work with. But let's see what they do. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit, but not too much so that they have like Alvin and the Chipmunk voices.
Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
Welcome to Los Angeles, all the way from Minnesota.
Yes, oh my God.
Okay, from
So,
Minnesota.
we're here.
Oh
It's
my
time
God,
for a
from the
major hair
Midwest.
transformation.
They
Tell us,
definitely spent like
what
1,500
happened, and then let's get into what we're gonna do about it.
Basically, I've bleached my hair 3 times now. 2 different color removers, but I've used one of them 2 different times. I tried toning twice, and it's just not good.
And you were like super distraught. That's why they were tagging
Yeah.
us, and we got, you know, luckily it brought us together. So thank you, TikTok, bringing people together, one head of hair at a time. But it's definitely a little crunchy.
It's a little crunchy.
But so much better thanks to K18.
Okay. So this is how she came in. I am now going to take you to the complete job. We'll just take a look at the very. Let's get into the finale with results and do a quick recap. As you heard there from our consult, Taylor did extensive damage to her hair at home, bleaching her hair multiple times using color removers. We got K18 to her in Minneapolis, and they were so gracious to fly her to LA for this one to help us save her hair. I filled her hair with gold, did a 5N and 5G right on top of it, did some wet balayage. I wanted to do an old money brunette with balayage, and I was so thrilled with the color. Philip both came in and just cut off the dead ends. Philip came in and did some texturizing extensions there. Taylor's hair, and yes, I also think she looks exactly like a Kylie Jenner doppelganger. She is absolutely stunning. We finished off with the K18 Molecular Repair Hair Oil. There is the before. Here is the after. Did we slay this? Did we eat and leave no crumbs? Let us know what you think in the comments. So again, I keep stressing this. You don't need to know anything about hair, but I would definitely say it looks better than it did when she came in. So a lot of people were coming in. Most people at first very kind, but they began to pick it apart a little bit more when Taylor herself came out and expressed that that was not what she wanted. So I will take you into Taylor's video and we will see if she has what she has to say about this.
Let us know what you want. That consultation is so important. We need to know exactly what it is what you want, or else we're going to think that you want us to use our expertise. And I think that Taylor.
Okay, I don't even know if I'm going to post this, but I just want to clear some things up because I feel like people are trying to make this my fault right now when I know for a fact I expressed what I wanted. When Alfredo first made the video reaching out to me, I said, I've been wanting extensions for so long, but I haven't been able to afford them. I had to cut my hair very short because of the damage. Okay, that's the first time I kind of said anything about it.
I just want you to take that, what she just said, as a little pin and just put it up there and remember the part where she said that what she wanted was extensions, but that she has not been able to afford them. So to give you an idea, if a woman ever goes to a salon for a cut and a color, she's looking at about $300, to be honest with you, especially if you're talking highlights, any kind of balayage, etc. Now, extensions are a completely other, different, more expensive ball game. That's going to run you about $1,000 to $3,000 for both the pieces of hair and the installation, and no, that is not counting the tip that is expected. Y'all, this is not like Barbie's Dream Makeover for Windows 95 where you just grab the glittery pink brush and you brush the hair and it gets longer and longer with every brush. This is not Disney's Tangled where there's like dark magics that you can use to just make hair grow. It costs a lot of money. Money that Taylor admits she does not have for this hair. The situation as it stands is Taylor, we didn't watch this video, but Taylor started making comments that she wasn't exactly thrilled with her hair. Alfredo made a video saying, look, it's really important in our initial consultation that you be very specific because this is the color that I understood that you wanted.
The second time was when he called me on the phone and he said, basically, we have like a couple different options. We can do extensions if you want extensions, or we could do a bob. And I remember saying, I don't want a bob. I miss my old long hair and I would love to have extensions if we could do that. Like that would be amazing. So I kind of went into this with the idea and the thought that I was going to have this long, beautiful hair. Next, he kind of asked me for inspiration pictures. So I made sure in each of the pictures I typed in long hair. And these were the pictures that I had sent him. So
Okay, this is the next piece of hair information, the next tool that I'm going to equip you with so that you can go into this more educated than Taylor and all of her little goblins coming after Alfredo. I'll also tell you this, they did give her extensions. What they gave her are called mini extensions. And this is actually really cool scientifically for how these are put in, is they take real hair, but kind of like miniature pieces, and they use an adhesive glue kind of to attach it to your real hair. Now, once it starts to grow out, there's a bond that they can put over it. And that way they can just use like pliers to kind of mush it up and the hair just slides right out of your hair without causing any damage, without leaving any residue that actually sticks to your hair. So this can be done even on thin hair, even on kind of partially damaged hair, but it is way easier on the scalp and on your hair than a full bed of extensions, which again is literally often sewn in, like heavily glued into. It's just a lot more of a commitment. And mini extensions are not designed to give length. They're designed to give a volume or sometimes a color pop. I know this because that's what my little pink strands are. I have a friend who does hair. She introduced me to all of the science. Finally, I'm going to address the communication going on here. She says, no, I was very clear in what I wanted because every image I Googled, I searched the word long. But this is all a lot of words for me to say, lady, you're asking for thousands of dollars of treatment.
I mean, we got there with like the color and everything, like the color.
But I just wanted her to say this part. This is the part that's really important.
And these were the pictures that I had sent him. So I mean, we got there with like the color and everything, like the color looks really good. It's really good.
So she admits they got the color right, but you're gonna get mad and get on TikTok and tarnish his name and spit in the face of everything that he did for you because he did not add on a $1,000 to $3,000 service. Now let's get into the next reason that he was probably right to not do that, even if he had all of that disposable income to just throw out on this project. You can't just add a full head of extensions to fried hair. It's just not possible, especially that level of damage. But I want to finish this up so that you can hear all of her specific complaints, because of all of the commentators that I've heard cover this, I feel like everyone has been far too charitable with Taylor, and she doesn't deserve it. She's honestly being such an entitled brat. Let's go on.
But you know, it's just not the length that I wanted. I think the main reason why he didn't do extensions is because when I got there, he told me that the extension company didn't want to work with him. So that's really the main reason why I think that it didn't happen. And I understand that, and that's why I didn't bring it up again, because he said, basically when he got there, he said, we're gonna do a bob. And then he said the extension company didn't want to work with him, so I was just like, okay, I guess. I also thought this comment was really funny because I did get home and cry. I did. I had Olaplex in my DMs.
Her big accusation is, well, they said that we could do extensions, which again, he did. He did extensions to the best of his ability and to the most sensible of his budget. But she's holding it against him that he said that one of his reasons for not doing it is that he did not get a corporate sponsorship. And that's very sensible to me. You could have just let it grow out. no one owed you anything. And now you're sitting here going, well, he didn't fix my hair free good enough. He could have spent more money on helping me out. How is it like the fact that people are defending her? The biggest excuse that everyone's defending her with is, well, it's not what she wanted. It's not what she wanted. And so many times you sit in a stylist chair and they just see their own vision for you and they just take off with that vision and it's not fair. And like, I know that this does happen where you're like, oh, I really want this look. And they're like, oh my God, no, you would look better with this. And then you hate it. I know that's happened to a lot of people, and that's probably what they think that this is. Unless you understand all of that, you could possibly take her side. So this, she goes on to say, oh, well, Alfredo's in the creator fund. And so he made thousands of dollars off of my face. And that's not right. So dude is currently being dogpiled on by the internet. People are absolutely hating him, dragging him in the comments, leaving Team Taylor, really throwing shade on Alfredo. So I want to know what you guys think. Do we really think that he butchered her hair beyond belief? I would wager to say even, did he do anything wrong, actually? The only thing that he's guilty of is not taking an extra $1,000 to $3,000 out of his own pocket for her, which he's not entitled to do. She's a grown woman. Again, there is no power dynamic. They have an equal amount of followers. She could have said, oh, if we're not going to do extensions, I'm so sorry, but I can't do this collaboration. But he already paid for the tickets. She knew she had a flight home. And you have the audacity to rally an angry mob against, I'm sorry, I'm going to pull this card. You as a white woman are attacking a minority gay man, a gay elder. This man is 50. He may not look it, but a gay elder, because he did not bail you out even more from the problems that you caused yourself and could have also solved yourself with time. That's what I'm saying. She messed up her hair so bad. Some people just chop it. And she's like, I really don't want a bob. But you gave yourself a bob. What are you talking about? It's not Alfredo's fault that you practically had no hair left to work with, that you came in looking like Angelica's doll Cynthia. One thing we didn't even cover is in the video, he also said that part of him adding the extensions was to cover bald spots. He covered bald spots for you, girlfriend. And you're mad that you didn't come out of it with like hair down to your ankles? Unrealistic expectations. Entitled brat behavior. I sentence you to guilty of being a massive entitled brat. That absolute baby behavior. Yeah, I hate this for Alfredo. I just wanted to go on the record saying that in the Taylor Madison Alfredo beef, I am absolutely team Alfredo. Alfredo, you have my sword, my shield. I will go to bat for you. You did not deserve this. You absolutely did eat and leave no crumbs. What you deserve is a thank you. But that's just my opinion.